MLS. It is mine and my son's show, if you want to put it that way, of football, doing many different things, podcasts, and talking about different football. Obviously, today we have got up on the screen right now is Sky Sports pre-season friendlies. So obviously, as you can see, we've got Arsenal at the top. So Arsenal on July the 8th, as you can see, 1-1 against Watford. Probably playing the kids out there. Again, Arsenal 5-0. I mean, that is a decent score, isn't it? That's a decent score against MLS. And a lot of you are going to go, yeah, but it's the American League. But still, it was the best players out of the American League that to do Arsenal. But didn't happen because Arsenal killed them 5-0. My God, Man United 2-0 against Arsenal. Then I watched the highlights. I wish I could put the highlights on here, but you get done for copyright. The highlights, watch them. Oh my God, Arsenal looked like a shambles that day. But again, football happens the way it is. Now, I'm a Barcelona fan, and when I seen this one, I was like, it's like, really? Obviously, we lost to Barcelona. To Arsenal 5-3. So I was a bit like, but when you watch the game, no offense, sloppy defending, sloppy passing, ends up like that. Now we go to Villa, Warsaw 1-1. So obviously, not bad to say. They've had the holidays, they're coming back. Then it goes to 3-3. Now, I thought that was pretty decent. I thought Aston Villa has put up, I watched the highlights, put up a good fight on that. Then there was 2-0 against Fulham, which I expect them to be under Emery, who was a fantastic manager. I'd have him at Chelsea, let's put it that way. Didn't do much good at Arsenal, but maybe it just wasn't the right time at the right place. But 2-0 against Fulham, that is pretty damn good. And then obviously just the day before my birthday, 30th of July, they play Brentford. Then we've got Bournemouth. Now, Bournemouth, to me, are a very up and down side. 1 week, they can be fantastic, and you think, oh my God, why can't they play like this every week? And then 5 weeks of losing. So they won 4-0 against Hib. I can't say that one name. Definitely can't say that one. My dyslexia won't let me do it. They lost 1-0 against Maccabi Telvia. Is that how you say it? Avia. Then, again, they won against Southampton, which, no offence, I pretty much expect that after Southampton being relegated this season. Then they go to Atlanta, and I think Atlanta's going to destroy them, but you never know. Then we're coming to Brentford, and then we're coming to, obviously, 1-1 against, is it Boreham Wood? Then, obviously, they lost 3-2 to Brentford, and then they lost 2-0. Brentford lost 3-2 to Fulham. And then, obviously, Brentford lost again 2-0 to Brighton. Well, the thing is, Brentford last season was like a lot of people's bogey team type of thing. Do I think they do well this season? I think they will survive the drop, but I don't think it'll be much good from that. But again, my opinion, you might disagree. If you do, put it in the comments, because I'd love to have a bit of a discussion or an argument in a good way. Then, obviously, we got Brighton. Brighton, obviously, I can't believe we bloody beat them in the pre-season friendly, but again, it's just a friendly. Then we go to 2-0. Obviously, they won. And then, obviously, they're playing Newcastle, which will be a very interesting game. It's a shame it's in America for a start. You can't watch it, unfortunately, in the UK unless you get the highlights. That's the only way you can watch it. So it'll be an interesting game, that one. Then we're coming to Burnley. Genk, they lost 2-0 against Genk. And then I can't believe they beat Benfica. But again, Benfica probably putting their kids, their youth team on. So, okay, it's one of them, isn't it? And then off to Real Betis. And then obviously you got my team, Chelsea. When we smashed in Wrexham, no offence to Wrexham, I think they're a good team. I think they're going to be a very good team with the owners right behind them. They're changing it for a better. I take my full off respect to Wrexham. Obviously 5-0. Obviously the difference, was scored. Then I couldn't believe they actually beat Brighton. Now Brighton did actually play some of their key players in the second half, so they pulled 2 goals back. But again, hopefully we can start building this streak. And then 1-1 against Newcastle. No offence, Newcastle. I think they came 4th last season, which is a bit of a like, whoa, Newcastle many years ago got relegated and everything come back, and boom, they are on fire. But it just shows money mostly buys you everything in the league, unfortunately. But hopefully this season we'll have lots of good games where there's lots of upsets. Then obviously we come to Crystal Palace. Again, Barnet, they lost 1-0. Crystal Palace 2. And is it Brøndby 2? Crawley, that's no offence to Crawley, of respect to all teams, but again, you'll expect Crystal Palace to win that one. Again, 2-1-2, they won 2-1 against Watford, and then they lost 2-1 against, is that Milanona? I can't say half of these teams. Mil on Aris. I don't know, yeah. But anyway, I think Crystal Palace will survive the drop, but I think they'll be fighting. I got a feeling they'll be fighting this year. With Zaha gone to Saudi. No, gone to Galatasaray. So he's gone to Galatasaray, which I think is an iffy move to a certain degree. But at least he's playing Champions League football, and again, he's getting more money. He's getting more scored, and again, sometimes you got to evolve. Sometimes you got to move on and do different things to evolve. And again, so then we come down to obviously Everton, which my friend at work said it's a poor man's Liverpool. That's what he says at work, and I'm just like, well, mate, you got beaten by him before. You can't say that. Everton are one of them teams where if they get in the right zone, my God, they're damn good. So they won against, I can't say, is it Nyon? Nyon 2-1, and then obviously Tranmere 1-1. Obviously, Wigan, I expect them to win. Bolton. Now, I generally think Everton this season are going to be either in the drop or they're going to be in the third part of the table. But again, it's just a prediction. But you never know. Football is a magical thing with many different things can happen in the football world. Then we come to Fulham, right around the corner from Chelsea. So they beat Brentford 3-2, lost to Aston Villa, and then obviously they're playing on my birthday's Monday, so it'll be on Sunday. They're playing in US of A, July 30th. So hopefully we can have a good match and beat them, hopefully. Then we go to Liverpool. Then we got, how is it? Carsheraw. I don't know, say that one. 4-2. Now, I watched highlights of that. I thought they played all right, to be fair. And obviously 4-4 when they... Oh, how you say some of these teams? I have not a clue. 4-4. Now, I watched that and I thought it was a bit sloppy at the back. But again, it's only pre-season. But building it up, I think they're going to be an absolutely team to watch out this season. With the strikers, with the strike force, I think they're going to be a good one this season. I love watching the football. And I've got to admit, I do hope this is going to be a massive, wide open Premier League title this season because it's all, as a Man City, if you was a Man City fan, you love it, you're winning all the time. But like me, I support Chelsea, yes, but I still like to watch good football, so I like to be entertained. So I'm hoping that this season will be a massive, wide open. Luton, which is the shock team to come up, I think, my personal belief is anyway, them, I don't know if they're going to be, because they had to get their standards right up, didn't they, for the Premier League? I don't know. I think they will go down at the end of the season. So, yeah. Man City. Oh, here we go again. So, Man City, I generally think Man City are going to be first or second this season. Again, 5-3. Expect it with their team against Bayern. 2-1. Again, I expect that, but I expect with Bayern, Harry Kane going to Bayern, I expect Bayern to literally challenge Champions League final this season with Harry Kane. They've got a fantastic squad. It's just Tuchel, again, as a Chelsea player, I wish we didn't sack Tuchel. I would have kept Tuchel. I thought he was a fantastic manager. And if he ever sees this, you are a brilliant bloody manager. I think you're one of the best in the world. I'll have you back at Chelsea. But I generally think that get Tuchel, give him a bit of time, he'll smash the league, and I think he'll win the Champions League with them as well. Then, obviously, we have got Man United. Man United, obviously, 2-0 to them lead. 1-0 against Lyon. 2-0 against Arsenal. And then I love how Wrexham beat them 3-1. Wrexham, fair enough, the might have what's it called. And again, I haven't seen that one. Real Madrid, I haven't seen that one, so I'll have to watch the highlights of that one. Real Madrid 2, Man United 0. I expect that. No offence to Man United. No offence to any team. I don't mean to upset anybody. People ain't going to like my opinions and I don't give a shit. But I just definitely think Real Madrid this season with Jude Bellingham, Mbappe possibly next season, I think. Or could be this season, could be, but I don't think so. I think they're going to smash it. They're going to be, again, challenging for the final of the Champions League. I think obviously as a Barca fan, I'd love to win the league again, but I generally think Real Madrid next season are going to go for it, and I've got a feeling they're going to really do some good. So we get to Newcastle. Gateshead, they won 3-2. Again, Newcastle 2-1 against Rangers, 3-3 against Aston Villa, and 1-1 against Newcastle. Now, I probably would say as a Newcastle fan, you'd be happy with that. Building the squad up. They've got a fantastic team. They really have got a fantastic team. And a phenomenal manager, Eddie. I generally think in the future, he will be England's manager. I think he's a cracking manager. I think where he's come from, what he's done, is absolutely fantastic. And he will go forwards, and his career's got to go up, man. I mean, taking Newcastle into yes, you got money behind you, but taking Newcastle from where it was to fourth, Champions League football. Oh my God, Newcastle fans are going to get mental this season, and I hope they do, because I love it when the crowd is so loud. The commentators are struggling to talk because you want that atmosphere, don't you? So I think Newcastle will do. I think Newcastle will become third, second this season if they what's it called? Let the manager fully take over everything and smash it. Again, Nottingham Forest, again 1-0 against Notts County. They lost 1-0 against Valencia. They won 2-1 against Levante. Is it Levante? And then obviously Leeds, Nottingham, obviously later on as well. So we find out about that one later on. Sheffield, then we come to Sheffield United, which I think is going to be the bogey team, like Brentford was last season, and Brighton. I think these are going to be one of the teams to watch out for a bogey team. Again, Chesterfield 2-0, 0-0 against Estoril, is that how you say it? Estoril. Rotherham, they lost 1-0 against Sheffield. They lost again, is it Gornoa? But I think they're going to be a bogey team for this season in the Premier League. Then we got Tottenham, who most people hate Tottenham. I used to hate Tottenham, and I just don't care anymore. Okay, they lost to West Ham. Okay, with disappointment. Leicester, waterlogged pitch. I'm surprised. It's supposed to be English summer, but it's absolutely smashing it down. I don't even know if they was playing in England, but whatever. Against again. Actually, no, I think they're in Australia, aren't they? I think they're in Australia, so could be. If they was over here, it probably would be a waterlogged pitch. Tottenham 5-1 against Lions City Sailors. So again, no offense, I expect that from Tottenham. No offense, and I think if Harry Kane goes, I think they're gonna have a crap season. West Ham, then obviously West Ham won 4-1 against, is it Boreham Wood? West Ham 6-2 against Perth Glory, and then Tottenham again to beat them. I think as a West Ham fan, you're going to be well happy with that, even with Rice going as well. So then we come to Wolves. Now the lady that I work with at work is going mental about Wolves because it seems like they're selling all their players at the moment and hardly bringing any in at all. So she's hoping that, as a Wolves fan, that they just survive this season. There's no hopes or anything. It's just literally hope. Well, the only hope they've got is to survive the Premier League. So we're going to find out this season, hopefully. You know, as I only live half an hour away from Wolves, it'd be interesting, wouldn't it, this season, if they do stay up in the league. But I got to admit, oh, God, it's going to be a hard one for them, isn't it? It's going to be an absolutely hard one for them. And again, that is with the recordings of what Sky Sports have said that the final scores are in the pre-seasons. Obviously, there's still matches to go. Do you think Man City are going to smash the league again? Or do you think that it's going to be so wide open because there's so many players invested? Hopefully, Chelsea could be a contender this year, not an absolute epic flop like last year. Hopefully, we can do something. But, you know, as long as we get Champions League football next season, you know, possibly maybe push for a final in the Carling Cup, FA Cup, I'll be happy as a fan. I know a lot of fans go, no, we deserve more. We should get more. I agree, we should get more. But unfortunately, you put your expectations into that because he's still building a team. And Poch is a good manager. Don't get me wrong, he did manage Tottenham, which is a downside. But, why are you joking, Tottenham fans, if you are watching this? But again, it could be a massive, massive change in the Premier League. Like all these new managers, we've got some quite new managers, haven't we, for different teams, bringing in players. And again, the transfer window is so wide open. I'll be very interested to see. I got to admit, from my personal stance on Harry Kane, I think he should go. I think he's done his Premier League, and he should go and win titles with Bayern. I think he deserves to win titles. Now, a lot of people don't like Harry Kane, I speak to, but I got to admit, I do think he deserves to win titles. So that is, yeah, that is that. I think he should go, enjoy himself, show off in the German League. I think he will smash it. So yeah. But that has been today's video of pre-season friendlies. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know what your opinion is of the football friendlies at the moment. Do you think your team's doing well? Are you happy with your team? Do you think your team need more players or sell players like us? But obviously we've sold tons at the moment, which is good because you can start to see the structure. But is it good for the long run? Right. If you do like this video and you want more, come and talk. We will invite our guests on and have different podcast chats and everything like that. And we will say, hope you enjoy this video. Please give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe to support me and my 8-year-old son who wants to do podcasts as well. And we will try and get back to all comments that we can. So lots of love to you all. Enjoy the football and keep on running.